Hi, Santa Barbara and Montecito. My name is Daniel Zia. I'm the founder and CEO of Zia Group here with eXp Realty, and I'm here with our to give you our weekly real estate market update for South Santa Barbara County. Normally, I'm joined by my son and daughter who usually join me for these, but they're unavailable today. So I'm going to still give you the stats and kind of dive in. So with our market, we are seeing a continual strong seller's market. We continue to see low absorption rate. That's the months of inventory. We're continuing to see lots of frustrated buyers, discouraged and disappointed with the multiple offer scenarios that they have to compete with, mostly created by a severe lack of inventory. So the broad strokes are everything is good, but we are seeing some signals that I'm going to walk you through today where they could be some early signals that the market is starting to slow. And that's not a bad thing. That's a good thing. It is really unhealthy for us to be moving at the pace of appreciation that we've been moving at, and with the shortage of inventory that we have had. So we are excited in real estate about this kind of potentially slight adjustment, and I'm hoping to see that absorption rate, the months of inventory, start to climb and go back towards more of a balanced, healthy market. So just diving into the stats. This last week, there were 49 homes that went into escrow. That is compared to 76 homes that went into escrow for the same week of time, that last week of July for 2020. Now, the interesting thing is if you look at these stats and you really dive in week by week, one of the things that I've noticed is that 9 out of the 10 last weeks, we have had fewer homes sell compared to that same period of time in the summer in 2020. And if it's averaged about 13% fewer sales. Now, there's some reasons for this. A big reason is essentially a lack of inventory. There's just not enough homes out there to get buyers excited, or a home comes on the market and the buyer's discouraged that there's 12 offers and they just don't think that they have a chance. And so that's creating some fewer sales activity. I think there's something else that not a lot of people are talking about, and I think it ties in with what we've seen with COVID is there's a lot of us delayed our big travel plans in summer of 2020 with COVID. Most things were shut down. Travel was very restrictive. And a lot of the big trips were either canceled or just rescheduled, sometimes indefinitely, or just postponed by a number of months or maybe a year. We'll do it next summer. Well, we are at the next summer mark. And I think there's a lot of people that had postponed travel plans. And now they're saying, hey, we're just going to do these travel plans. And so I think you've had a lot of people traveling this summer, and I think that's actually slowed the market down. Agents included, I think, have been traveling. Agents have been working overtime. They've been exhausted. It's been the busiest real estate market of most of their lives. And I think that they've even needed to take a break and go on vacation. And I think that just overall, that cumulative effect has created fewer sales activity this summer compared to last summer. You have a little bit too, prices have appreciated so much that there are a number of buyers that are now priced out of the market, meaning what they wanted to buy before they can't buy now with how much the market's appreciated. And so they're actually out of the market until if and when in the future prices ever come down into a range where they can buy what their family needs that still fits in their budget. So an example of just this is we had a listing at 2109 Gillespie Street. We brought it on the market for $1,149,000. The owners just a year ago had purchased it for a little bit above $1 million. And so it was priced, 12, 13, 14, 15% above what they bought it for. But we knew that the market had appreciated substantially more than that. It was priced to get more of an auction style sale process. That's what the sellers wanted. And it happened. We had 22 offers on it. The property ended up selling for $1.5 million. Yes, nearly 50% more than it sold for just 1 year prior. And the buyer, the winning buyer, was also all cash, 7-day close, and zero contingencies, means their deposit was at risk as soon as the offer was accepted. So I mean, that's a nearly unbeatable offer. It had the best price, the best terms. It was just the shortest close It's just kind of the dream offer. But you got to think about it. In that scenario, there were 21 disappointed buyers, right? And so we still have that lack of inventory. So if you've been thinking of selling and wanting to take advantage of this market at this kind of all-time market high, this is a great time where we can create that kind of outcome where you get your absolute choice of buyers, and it's this very exciting kind of process, almost like an eBay style situation there. So if you have any interest, please do reach out. Going back to the market statistics, closed escrows, we had 44 homes close escrow last week compared to 51 the same period of time last summer. So about 14% fewer homes actually closed escrow. And again, that's more reflective of, the last of what's happened 20, 30, 40 days ago as far as real like offer activity. Now that's just the closing effect where those escrows that have got those properties that have gone into escrow have now closed. So we're seeing again lower pending or sales activity, lower closed sales activity as well. And then on inventory, we're seeing fewer homes come on the market. So last week we had 51 new listings compared to 63 new listings the year before. So that's 19 fewer homes have come on the market, which is, again, it's frustrating the buyers with the lack of inventory, but it's keeping the market still very strong, like shown by those 22 offers on that Gillespie listing. We had another listing just last week that had, I think it had 6 offers on it. That was a townhome. So it's a still very active market. It'd be a great time to still capture this market premium there. As far as upcoming listings, we are not allowed to share which ones they are, but we've got some exciting ones. So if you are not working with an agent, please do reach out to our team. We'd love to be able to tell you more about them. Or if you're working with a Zia Group Realtor partner, please reach out to the one that you're working with. We've got properties coming on the Riviera, on the West Side, on Hope Ranch. We've got single family homes. We've got vacant land. We've got residential income properties. So we'd be happy to know a little bit more about what you're looking for and make some recommendations of some of these properties that are not yet on the market. And then going back to the statistics, let's talk price reduction. So another factor in how the market's doing is, our sellers needing to do price reductions as a strategy to stimulate activity and to stimulate those offers. Well, this last week, there were 13 price reductions over the market as a whole versus 36 last summer at the same period of time. So we got, a little over a third the number of price reductions. That's a massive reduction. And again, that's just because there's still such strong pent-up buyer demand that the sellers aren't needing to do many price reductions as long as they're pricing it within reason when they first come on the market. The fall through rate is also still very low. We're seeing less escrows canceled this year compared to last year. 7 escrows canceled last week compared to 11 the week before, the summer before in that same time period. So overall, again, market is very strong. We'd be happy to do a complimentary consultation and really dig into your goals and your situation and give you kind of an unbiased recommendation as far as does it make sense to sell now? Does it make sense to kind of wait longer? We're happy to kind of fill you in. There's some other things that we can talk about a little bit more offline, and we would be happy to do it. And we'll keep an eye on those early warning signs. And a lot of cases, when you start to see those early warning signs, the market as a whole doesn't really see those. It doesn't really kind of come into play and be seen in the larger statistics month by month or year to year, usually in months or even a year or two until it finally catches up there. So we'll keep you updated, whether it's a trend or just a momentary blip, and we'll go from there. So until next week, thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll see you then.